Hey guys, welcome back to the Cat Lady channel. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's 2 T's, C-A-T-T, which stands for Craft All the Things. Welcome. I believe this is episode 200 something, 207, I don't know, 208, I don't remember. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Welcome. I am primarily a crafting channel. I deal with fiber art, so knitting, crochet, spinning, occasional weaving, basic like loom weaving, whatever. I haven't, or square weaving squares, whatever. I'm rambling. I have a circular sock machine that I haven't touched in like a year. I have a Cricut. Craft all the things. That is what I try to do. However, I am also a very busy mom of 2 very busy children, so my craft time has been kind of slashed in half at least, so I haven't done as much as I like to. I'm coming to you from Michigan, where it is a little snowy right now, which I am not feeling right now. It is cold and at least it's sunny, so that's good. Anyways, I wasn't going to record a video. I've been meaning to record a video for the last like couple weeks. I try to record, I kind of flip-flop my schedule. I like to record weekly, but there's just not been enough things to share, so I have not recorded weekly, so every other week-ish. But we are on the precipice of Advent, which I am going to do my bestest to try to record daily Advent videos. I have yarn calendars to open, I have coffee to drink, I have chocolate to eat, I have wine to drink. Did I say that already? I have lots of things to do. I also have some crafting projects I want to kind of work into the Advent, so I'm going to but I want to get all the other things that I have done out of the way before Advent. So I have a few things that I have finished and I'm working on that I haven't shared. And where am I? I am in my craft room. It is still not clean, but I can sit. I can access things, because I will put in a picture of what it looked like before. I will not show an after picture yet because it's still not quite there. Like, I can't use my table. There's still stuff on the floor, but this is much improved. I spent Thanksgiving weekend getting in here and trying to at least be able to use the room, because I'd like to put my Advent yarn in here, and I eventually want to like reorganize the whole yarn wall, reorganize all this, reorganize the closet. The list is too long, but I can now sit in my chair, so I call that a win. So that is what is new, but I will talk about a few crafts that I've been working on. I will go into some of my Advent plans as far as projects, and that's it. And then we'll be ready to start our hopefully daily vlog. It's gonna be busy, obviously. We do have a lot of robotics stuff. We don't have a lot of like fun family Christmas plans like we usually do, but we'll still do a few things here and there, so we shall see how it goes. But first things first is I finished my skirt, and I've already worn it a couple times, so it's a little stretched out, but I was working on a skirt. I will put in a picture. If you follow me on Facebook, I think it's on my personal Facebook actually. But if you follow me, you might have seen me in this already, but this is my skirt. It is made out of Lion Brand Pound of Love, yes, in the pumpkin spice colorway. It was leftovers from my cape that I made for Rhinebeck. I followed a YouTube video. I will post the tutorial below. It's cute. I like it. It fits nice. I still don't love the way the increases the increases went sideways on one side. They went nice and straight on the one side. Where is it? So this side they went pretty straight, I think. And then this side they did not. You can see they went whoop, crooked. Obviously when you wear it, it's not super noticeable. It's a little bit noticeable because you can kind of see the line, but nobody should be looking at my rear end, so not like that. But yeah, I like it. I would like to make another one. I actually might weigh this to see how much yarn I used, because I have a ball of leftover black. I still have a whole skein of the taupe color that I used for my dress. I have a lot of this yarn left, this Pound of Love, in different colors that I could make a couple different color skirts, and that would be fun. So that I finished. Now and again, I'm trying to work through this yarn. So I found another project that I been wanting to make for a while, and this seemed like perfect and I had perfect scraps for it. So I am making, okay, so I'm making paws, cat paws to work as chair leg covers. So to stop from scratching the floor, put the little chair covers, and but they look like cat paws. Now, I followed the pattern from the start. I'll put, again, it's another just internet pattern I found. I don't even think it's on Ravelry. It might be, I don't know. I will put the link below. But I followed it as it was written, and it came out like this. This is my chapstick. Not able to fit my chair, okay? That is not fitting my chair. So I altered the pattern, which I will put the notes in my, I don't even know if I have this on Ravelry yet. When I put this on Ravelry, I will alter the notes to reflect what I did. I changed hook size, I cast on more stitches, I changed the hook size, started with a larger amount of stitches, and then increased per pattern. So it's a free pattern. This one starts with 10, it's with a G hook, starts with 10 stitches, increases to 14. I switched to an H hook, started with 12, increased to 16. And what came out was this, which fits my chair. It's a big difference in size. So this is actual chair leg size, which obviously different chairs, like, I mean, I'm looking at my chair that's over here. I don't even know if this would fit on that chair. It might. I mean, it's got a little stretch to it. And I will put a picture of what it looks like on the chairs. And you can see, you know, how it looks. It does stretch out a little bit, but they're cute. I know I want to make, I got a math, 16 of them total. So I have 2 chairs done. And I'm doing half of them in orange for my Devo and half of them black for the Sadie. Those are my 2 cats. Well, Devo is no longer with us, and Sadie just turned 20, my little baby. So I just need one more set of black and orange each. So I have 1 set of black, 1 set of orange already done. I have almost 3 orange done, 1 black done. I don't like doing the black as much because who likes crafting with black yarn? Even though I just said I wanted to do a black skirt. And I'm using the same Pound of Love for those. So this is still, this is still attached. I made the cape with the hooded cape and the skirt. And I still have this much left. Now this was 2 skeins of the pound, so 2 pounds of yarn, right? So that's a substantial amount of yarn. And then I still have this much black. That's why I'm wondering if I could use this black. I mean, the paw prints aren't going to take that much up. I'm going to weigh my skirt and weigh this to see if maybe I have enough black. So this was left over from the dress. So that is the plan. And that is living in my Sarah bag. So the Reluctant Knitter, Adrienne, her sister Sarah, gave us these bags at Rhinebeck. So that was fun. And then this is, I think this is just Red Heart. This is Red Heart yarn. Super Saver. Oh, hot mess. So those are my paw prints. So I want to finish those. So while cleaning, I stumbled across lots of things that I stumbled across a lot of things. And one thing I didn't even write down, which I will mention. So I stumbled across this, which it's very close to being done. So this is and I did work on actually, like I stopped because I needed to do some yarn management. So I think I've managed the yarn. So now I can continue. So this is I'll put the pattern below. I can't remember what it's called. It's a cardigan. It's a granny stripe type thing. It's very boxy. It's just supposed to be a boxy cardigan. It's kind of in the style of like the hexagon, but it's not because I didn't want that patterning. I just wanted it. It's an ombre yarn. I wanted it to reflect the nice ombre pattern. And it's like done, right? I mean, it's not done, but I got full body done. That's all seamed together. So it was a whole back panel. It was 2 front side panels, and then I cast on for each sleeve. And I'm trying to get it to kind of match. So the 2 side panels match. The back, it doesn't match the back, obviously. That doesn't bother me. And then the 2 arms match so far as the transition of color. So I got to the point where I ran out of yarn on one side. This side, I think. And then I had to start a new section of yarn, and I've been like cutting up skeins of yarn to make this like seam make this all blend well. And especially with the ombre, you can't just like start a new part unless it's gonna look like a stripe instead of a blend. So I stopped because I ran out of yarn and I needed to like find a chunk of yarn that would match. And this could still backfire on me, but I think hopefully I have reattached the yarn that I want. That's going everywhere, but I have two. Yeah, I have two. Hopefully this is enough to fit. I'm hoping this is enough to finish both the arms, because this is, and these should blend into the same colors, at least close enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. If it's off by a row or two, it's fine. So these should finish my arms, I hope, because I don't have much yarn left. I do. I mean, I have all these, you know, small bits. So I mean, I could assemble something together if I have to. But I'm hoping that that'll be enough. And then I need to get more yarn, which I don't want to, but there's nothing in my stash that'll work, I don't think. I'll have to look, but I need to get something for the border. So I'm going to have like a shawl collar type thing, because I want to add more length to it. So it's going to go all the way around, and I want it to have like maybe a couple inch wide collar slash, you know, band. And then from there, I'm not sure. Like, do I make a belt to close it? Do I put buttons on it? I don't know yet. I haven't thought that far. And I can't even remember. I don't think the original has buttons or anything. I think it's just kind of open. So that's kind of the plan. But I want it to be like, I want it to be thick, kind of. So I'll have like a shawl collar type thing that comes around, and then adds also a couple inches to the bottom, because I'd like it a little bit longer. So that whole back panel took like a whole skein. So that's why I stopped there, because I stopped at the end of the skein. And I think I only bought 3 skeins total. So one skein for the front, one for the back, one for the arms. And they're big. It was the Ombre, Caron Ombre something. Caron something. 1 pound Ombre, I don't know. But I'm using an 8mm hook for that. And yeah, so I finally like figured out the yarn. So now I can just sit down and actually work on it. So that should be easy enough. But now I have a million other things I'm working on, so that's probably gonna not be worked on. Another thing that came up was the snakes. I was supposed to finish the snakes by Christmas. This is a snake. This is David. So I'm prioritizing David because he was the most excited about it. So I'm going to see if I do like, I did 10 rows a day, I could finish it by Christmas, I think. That's what I very loosely calculated. But I still have to print out all the temperature pages and figure that all out. And it's getting a little unwieldy because it's so big and you're working in circles, and it's like just kind of hard to work on. So, but 10 rows a day is nothing, right? That's not much. So because I'm at, I think I just hit, or am I still in May? I think I'm still in May. Or, yeah, I am. I'm like end of May for his right now. I haven't even reached his birthday. So I got June, July, August, September, October, November. I got 7 months to go. So, but it's on my list. So I'm going to hopefully start that. I also stumbled across this. So this might have been last year or 2 years ago. I don't know. I think it was last year. I designed a cowl. I made one for Jim's coworker. She wanted a cozy, comfy cowl, and I just came up with a pattern that I liked, or I designed a pattern structure that I liked. It's not complicated or anything, but I like it. It's like a ribbed, but it doesn't look ribbed. And it's got these like color transition changes in there. And I wrote the pattern down. Bulky Infinity scarf. I called it something else. I think a cozy, comfy cozy cowl, cozy. I don't know. I have it on my Ravelry page. But I wrote the pattern out. I wanted to do some different things. I wanted to make a small version as well with like 2 colors. I kind of just charted this out on how I wanted it. However, I looked at it and I totally screwed it up. So I forgot to put the color transition that goes into the last color. So at the end of this rust color, I was supposed to do the black stripes and then meet up with the black so that it had the transition page. And I totally blanked apparently and didn't do that. I wrote it down, but I didn't do it. So I found the black yarn. So I'm debating if I want to rip this seam out, rip this back, and put the color in so that it's actually correct. But then I think I need to but then if I do that, I think I need to reevaluate all the, like, obviously this was a prototype, right? And now I'm trying to remember if I did that for hers. I probably did. I probably didn't put the third thing in there. I'll have to look back at the pictures. If I rip this out, then this section's going to be shorter than the other sections, right? Because I've counted the number of rows. And then if I add on to it, then this is going to be longer than I want. And I don't want it to be longer. I like it exactly what size it is. I don't want it to be longer because I planned it to be this size because it wraps twice nicely. The stripes are nice. Like, everything is nice at this size. Now, of course, when I do it again, the stripes might be a different spot. I don't know. I like it the way it is. So maybe I shouldn't change it, but maybe I should make a new one with the addition. And I should probably do a provisional cast on so that it is seamless. But I hate provisional cast ons. I say that I've only done it once and it screwed up. That's why I hate it. So that's on me. So maybe I should give a provisional cast on another try. So that I honestly don't mind the seam at all. This is not a terrible seam, okay? This isn't, up close you can tell it's a seam, but it's really not bad. I just whip stitched it together. It wasn't anything difficult. But if I actually did a provisional, but it's a provisional and then it's like knit and purl. Is that gonna throw me off? I don't know. You Kitchener provisional, right? Oof, yeah, I don't know. But I should, right? What do you think? Should I? Should I or shouldn't I? But I'd like to write this pattern up and get that figured out. And I wanted to make a smaller version, like I said, which would be probably like this size. Like the size and like this size. So just enough to kind of lay around the neck, but not wrap. So like a third of the size, really. So, but I've had yarn for it, and I don't know, I could either make a 3-color in this color combo and do the whole thing again, or I was going to do like a 2-color combo, but I don't know if I like those two, like those two, I like these two. And I keep adding to the things that I want to be doing, and I don't have time to do them, so that will probably be pushed aside again. But now it's the weather, that's like the season for like a bulky, cozy cowl, right? So now is the time to do that. But I would want to have it test knit and all that stuff too, which it's not a good time for that. So that's just something I stumbled across. And then I stumbled across a lot of other things. I have a whole basket here of things that need to be finished. So, and this is good timing. So I ordered some frames. So I got into these diamond dot things, and someone gave me a whole bunch of Christmas ones. And so I have 3 of them. I think I have 3 of them done. There's one left that I don't really want to do, and I don't know if I will do it. It's a Santa Claus, whatever. The 3 were like snowman themed, so they kind of go together. The other one was like a Santa face, and I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. So I'm gonna frame. I've ordered some frames. So these are weird. They're like, it's like 7 3/4 by 11.5 or something. I don't know. It's like some really awkward size. 25 by 35 centimeters, whatever that is. So I Googled on like, how do you frame odd size things? So the plan is to cut it. I'm going to cut it to actual size where the diamonds stop. I'm going to mount it on a piece of foam craft mat board, and then put that piece in the center of a frame. So it's going to look kind of like a floating picture. So they'll be white. So essentially you'll have a frame. I bought 9 by 12 frames. There'll be a white mat board behind it, and then there'll be the white mat board with this on it, like glued on there, taped on there, on top in the center. So there'll be a little bit of a float to it, and I don't know. We'll see how it works. I don't know how it's gonna work. We'll see. And then I can hang these up for Christmas, since We are now at that time to start decorating. So I have those. And then I have this. Anyone know what this is? It's my Christmas cactus parts. Which again would be appropriate time to put that out. But this was for my Crocheted Houseplants book. So I made all the parts. It's got the wire in it. It's all ready to go. I need a pot and the soil. And I still need the little flowers, which I think were super easy. But I have all the pieces here. Gotta be careful with the wires. The wires are kind of poking out. But I got all my Christmas cactus pieces, and I would love to get that done and put that out somewhere. I have a pair of socks that need the ends woven in. And so these were a pair of hand knit socks that I tore apart. They were Jim's socks. I tore them apart, and then I put them on my sock machine and remade them. And actually, I gave Jim the other pair that I made. This is a Patton's Croy, so it's real thick, rusticy socks. I made them to kind of fit my foot, but it fits Jim. Because I think the other ones when I made them originally were too big. He didn't love them, so he took the other ones. They were like blue. So I need to finish weaving in the ends on these ones so that he can potentially take these ones. His foot and my foot are really close to the same size. His is like 10 3/4 inches or something, and mine are like 10 1/2 inches. He's a men's 10. I'm a women's 11. I think, I mean, we're like pretty much the same size. His foot is wider, but it's like we have the same size feet. So like, honestly, when I make socks on my sock machine, they're always a little bit loose, like because I have very narrow feet. He's got wider feet. So like, yeah, the whole sock machine thing is still very complicated. So, and then I found this, my poor wreath. The bow just needs to be reattached. So this is like my basket of like things I gotta fix. So I gotta reattach the bow to my wreath better. So like, yeah, I didn't attach this well at all. So it really needs to be like tacked on there. So gotta do that. And that's more of my winter wreath anyways. So I usually put this up after Christmas when it's just wintry. So I got time to fix that. No idea what I'm gonna do with these, but I have my sock. Oh, I don't know why I put those in there. Okay, these are socks. Never mind. I'm going to wear these. These are the socks that Andy made me, Andy the Knittress, when we did the Just Add Color experiment. So I dyed this yarn. I sent it to her, and she cranked them into socks. So I don't know why these ended up in the basket. So I need to wear those. But last year's Just Add Color, she knitted into a big tube. And I marked off, I had plans. I was going to try to maybe make fingerless mitts or something. But I have a bunch of stitch markers in here, and I can't remember what I was going to do. So I just have a tube with a bunch of stitch markers in it. So I could either try to make socks out of it or fingerless mitts, which was my kind of plan. But I'm not really sure how to do that without screwing it up. So I don't know. I have a tube. Or I could just like take it out and put it in my sock machine and make socks. So that is in my basket. I have hats in here that I need to wash, my bucket hats randomly, and a t-shirt I need to hit up with the Cricut press or an iron. It's vinyl on there. And it just seems, it's old. This is a Splatoon shirt. So from the video game, we dressed up as Splatoon characters, and I made me and Emily. Did we have matching shirts? I don't remember. I think we did, but the vinyl was always a little weird on mine. So I was gonna like re-hit it with the iron because yeah, it's kind of doing a thing there. So that was in my basket of things. So that is my basket of whips that, I don't know, we'll probably wait till after the holidays to take care of. And that is it for current projects. Now, for Advent, I talked about all my things I'm going to open and whatever. But I also have I know I'm doing too much because I know I'm gonna fall behind. But I want to work on my blanket. So if you've followed me for a long time, you know I have my Cozy Memories blanket, whatever, mitered squares, whatever you want to call it. And it's getting big. I mean, it's a decent size. It's substantial. But I only pull it out over Christmas because I end up doing like mini swaps and stuff, and got all these minis and stuff in here. So I usually try to do a square a day. Again, it's just something to to try to do to get some work done on it. So I might do that. But then I also wanted to do something with one of my many advents from previous. So I have a whole bin full of advents. I have my advent from 2 years. I have a 12 days of Christmas, and then I have a 24. I have 2 Felicity Yarn Studios. I have a Pretty Twisted Yarns from last year. That might be it. That's a lot. So I started a project with the Felicity Yarn Studio. So over the summer, or spring or whatever, I started a skirt. And I was just making it up as I go. I just kind of loosely followed a pattern. I wasn't liking it. And I didn't even know if I was going to have enough. I was afraid I was going to get to the end and I'd be out of yarn. And I just wasn't loving it. So I took it apart. So that is what these are. But then I had to look them up to see what numbers they were because I didn't have the tags anymore. So these are all the ones I had to renumber. So these are all the ones I took out. But they're really nice, like faded. Like, I mean, they all kind of blend. So I tried to pull them out in kind of a fade. But now I'm just going to do them in order. Which actually most of these were all in order. So this is my Felicity Yarn Studio calendar from last year. So I have one from the previous year. I also have one, right? That's what I'm opening this year too. So I really want to work on one of these and get them into a project. So Amba O'Brien always has a ton of like Advent style festive, she calls it the festive cowl, patterns. Well, she has a lot of patterns that deal with 12 minis, 24 minis, etc., etc. Well, the latest pattern is called the Euphorbia, I believe it is. And it's I'll put out a picture of it. It's a shawl, but it's 24 minis held double. So it's a DK weight. And I don't know why that never crossed my mind because like using 24 minis, this is like, what did we determine? I'm not going to do the math. It's a lot of yarn. So if you make a shawl with all of the minis, it's huge. There's plenty of projects that use all the minis, even a sweater. It's big. That's a lot of yarn to put in one project. So why it never occurred to me to like hold each one double and then you're only using half. It's like, so it's DK weight. So it's a thicker shawl, but it's going to be a normal size shawl. So that's what I want to do. I want to take these and do the Euphorbia shawl by Amba O'Brien and work on a color a day. And so it's an 80 yard mini that will be held in half. So it's 40 yards a day. But now I'm adding my things per day. I need to do 10 rows of snake a day. I need to do a blanket square a day. I need to do a stripe a day. Like, so I feel like I might be, and I'm telling myself I don't have enough time for anything. So we'll see. But I already bought the pattern, so I will, but that is the plan for those minis. So whether or not I do that now or later, maybe I'll wait till January, I don't know. So that is the plan for those minis. And then, yeah, I have some reconsidering to do for other minis now. Like, oh, I can hold them double and just do normal size things. There is a shawl that is obnoxiously large and it uses 24 minis. And I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. But I want to do it still. And it's supposed to be it's a play on words of something about like stealing something or committing a crime of some sort. Because one of the pictures is her holding like like a sign as she's like holding like a mugshot or something. So I don't remember what the shawl is. It was free. So, and it was kind of funny. If I remember it, I'll put it down below. But it's in my Ravelry favorites somewhere. So I got to find it. But I'd like to do that. Maybe with Pretty Twisted, last year's Pretty Twisted. I don't know, something. There's just so many, and there's so many things. And other Advent news, where'd it go? Oh, I'm sitting on it. I kind of want to pull this out. I really love the way it looks. I like the way it looks, but it's tiny. This is like tiny. This is not, I guess it's a lap blanket. I mean, I guess if I'm sitting, it can hang on my lap, but I mean, like, it's not super functional. So I don't know. These are 10 gram minis. So like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like this would probably make a shawl. Like if it wasn't like a square. Like if I took these out and made like a shawl with it, it would probably be better. Because this is the Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart, which it's a very lovely pattern, but for some reason, I don't know what size it's supposed to be, but mine's like 40 by 40. Maybe that's the size it's supposed to be, but it's just tiny. It just doesn't seem, I've never used it, like functionally actually used it for anything. So I don't know. So that's on my list. I'm just obviously like I'm in the cleaning / purging this kind of mode where I'm trying to like figure out what's, like I ripped out the skirt so I can reuse it. Like, I don't know, should I rip that out? I'm not gonna anytime soon. So if you have any advice, please chime in. So that's it. Managed to ramble for half an hour. I didn't think I would because I really didn't have a ton to talk about, but apparently I did. Advent is approaching, so Friday I will be starting my daily videos and see how that goes. And yeah, I'm excited to open up my coffee and my wine and all the yarn. So with that, I will say farewell. Oh, I'm wearing my Barley Light, one of my favorite hat patterns by Tin Can Knits, made out of my hand-dyed yarn, October Graffiti, which was a crowd pleaser. That was a fun color. So, and that's it. That is all I got. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm close to 1,000. It'd be cool to reach 1,000. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got to say. So with that, I will see you at the end of the week and every day for December. So hope everyone has a good week, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Hope you get to craft all the things.